The smoke detector and the receipts, because that's going straight back to shop. In Wiston, we don't have drug dealers, we just call them line managers. And our most popular dating website, because of the high percentage of domestic violence, is actually called Plenty of Battered Fish. Oh, if you didn't like that, you won't like the rest. What can I call? Okay, so yeah, I am Shell Byron, and that was me trying to make a good first impression. Growing up in Wiston, my mum always said to me, if you want to make a good first impression, just wear a low-cut top. Very nice from my mother. But it doesn't always to make the best first impression, not so much with women. They don't seem to care for it, and I think it's hard as a woman to make a good first impression with other women because we fucking hate each other. And I think one of the reasons for this as well is that we don't have the same sort of banter that men have. You know, where you might see like 3 guys in a group and a girl walks past and she might be wearing a low-cut top, or she might not, doesn't matter, she's only being objectified. And they'll say things like, lads, I would smash that. Lads, I would destroy that. And the third one's like, lads, I would ruin it. And girls can't do that. But we can, because just see him. And get up. You're not standing up. Yeah, I want you to stand up. Show everyone your face. You can sit down. I'd ruin him.
I'd enjoy that.
That's what you think now, baby, but I'd ruin your life. Baby, objects don't talk. Ruin your life. Get you into debt. You'd be thinking, oh, we're paying all our bills, we've got such a nice life together, but it wouldn't be. And then one day you come home, and there'd be a knock on the window, and I go, babe, get down. And you're like that, start lying on your belly. You're like that, what's going on, babe? And I'm like, it's the bailiffs. And you're like that, why? And I'm like, we're in debt. And you're like so angry at me that you want to storm out. But you can't. Because the bailiffs will see you. And it becomes like a metaphor for our relationship because you want to storm out, you want to leave me. But you can't. Where are you going to go? Can't get a mortgage with anyone else. So you're just stuck with me in hate and debt and bitterness until we die. Just bantering in it, girls. Do we all feel a lot more comfortable with each other now? Do we all feel a lot more comfortable? Good, I'm glad. So that's me making a good first impression. And I think that is important. And obviously, I am mental. I think that's quite clear. A lot of us have been talking about mental health issues tonight. I think it's good. I want to start stamping out that stigma because I was diagnosed with something called bipolar disorder, bipolar affective disorder. And a lot of the time that means that I feel like shit. And I know that everyone feels like shit, but when we feel like shit, it's different because when they feel like shit, they feel like a good shit, they feel like a dog shit. When we feel like shit, we feel like a shit. We feel like, when a fly lands on a dog shit and it lays an egg, and out of the egg comes a maggot, and the maggot lives on a diet of nothing but shit, but it has to itself produce shit. We feel like that shit. Like a shit-eating maggot shit. And it's not easy, but sometimes, like I say, it's not all bad. Sometimes I feel great. I feel absolutely amazing. I feel like that I'm the best. I feel like I'm I don't want to offend anyone who might be religious and say that I think that I'm God. Because I haven't got a God complex. But I do sometimes think I might be his boss. And that would be fine, except people won't listen to me and do what I say. Do you know what I mean? You just want everyone to go along with you, and they think you've got some sort of sinister sort of reason for doing what you're doing, and I haven't. I'm just here to help. Just here to help, guys. And I don't mean when you go to Tesco and there's a woman and she's wearing a badge and it says, here to help. So you're like, excuse me, love, where are the courgettes? And she's like, they're just behind you. So you're like, oh, okay, thanks, love. But also, love, when I was a teenager, my mum and dad split up even though they seemed really happy together. And now whenever I have anything good in my life, I don't trust it, so I sabotage it. And she goes, I just work on fruit and veg. So you're like, oh, should I try the home section? And she's like, well, we do have a home section, but we don't currently have a broken home section. Maybe try Aldi. But that's the reality that we're living with. People say they're here to help, but they're not here to help. I am. And I'm going to leave you with a quick story about something that happened to me when I was younger. And you can hear what I did in this situation. It was a tough situation. What I did in this situation, I hope you take with you as a life lesson, something you can go away with, because that's why I got into this. So what happened was, as a teenager and as a child, I was bullied. No sympathy, cheers. So I was bullied by everyone. And I was bullied particularly just for being who I was. And once I was bullied for being who I wasn't. And I know that makes no sense. So what happened was, I was walking home from school one day, just walking home. And then I heard this noise shout, Danielle! Danielle! And I was like, because my name's Shell, so I just carried on walking like, Danielle's gonna get fucked up. So I carried on walking. And eventually, this beast is just barreling towards me, and she catches up with me, and she slaps me across the face, and she goes, Danielle, you never shag Kingy, you fucking liar. And I went, I'm not Danielle. And she went, that is the worst excuse for lying I have ever heard. And fair enough, because it fucking would be. But it's all I've got. I'm not Danielle. And she's just slapping me across the face because she's just so angry that someone hasn't shagged her boyfriend. And she's just slapping me across the face. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I just took it. I just let her slap me. Going, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Sounding like fucking Shaggy. And eventually something twigs in her mind and she goes, hang on a minute, you're not Danielle. And I went, I know. And she went, oh, sorry. And walked off. Oh, sorry. Like she dialed the wrong number, not slapped the wrong face. I didn't know what to do. I was lost, I was confused, I couldn't bat at her, she was huge. So shag Kingy. I've been Shell Byron, you've been lovely, good night.